Hi, everybody. Welcome to Answering the Call, the official podcast of the Boston Police Patrolmen Association. My name is Jamie Kenneally, alongside, as always, the president of the BPPA, Mr. Larry Calderone. Larry, as always, great to see you.
Likewise, Jamie. Say to all the membership out there that's listening and tuning in, thank you so much for all you do every day. Very important to listen to this show and get our stats up. It provides a lot to the organization out to the general public to know that our members and others are listening. So, again, very strongly, thank you for all you do. It was a long, tedious summer. I know everybody was getting ordered around the clock. We heard the complaints. I'm sure, Jamie, you're going to get into it, but for the members, we had Mayor Wu down the Union Hall a couple of weeks ago for the monthly meeting, acknowledging herself for the amount of ordering that was out of control. But, graduated a class, which we'll get into. She's hiring another class. So very grateful for everything that everybody's doing. Keep your head up. We're doing a great job.
Always, and again, we like to start every show with a shout out to our officers because, of course, we get some of the best in the nation, and they do a great job protecting and serving Boston. But you touched on it, and I think it's worth mentioning off the top. The mayor came down to the Union Hall to address the membership, which I think in of itself, pretty big deal. How do you think it went, Larry?
I think it went great. She took time out of her schedule. Everybody knows that she's expecting. Everyone knows that she has a busy daily schedule, but she come down. She spent a little over an hour in the Union Hall with the House of Reps. I believe that she touched on the graduation that was coming up. She thanked everybody for their years of service, their dedication, the amount of time that they were ordered over the summer. She touched on the contract. And, of course, you, the membership, we're now getting the effects of the best contract in the history of the BPPA. Not only the TCAP, but
phenomenal deal.
Yeah, just a great financial package for the members. Happy to be the person that delivered it. She was happy as well. She gave us some kudos, talked about how difficult it was to deal with me at the bargaining table. But at the end of the day, everybody got a little bit of what they wanted and didn't get everything we wanted. So she put a plug in for her taxes. She talked about the graduating class, hiring another class. But overall, I give her a lot of credit for stepping in the building, spending over an hour taking questions.
I've never seen the mayor in the building. And again, like you said, overall, she was there to say thank you to us, which was huge.
Well, that's the important part. And let me make sure that I say, I know you just said that we didn't see a mayor, but Marty Walsh come down the hall. He was there when I was there as the legislative guy, so we'll give Marty his credit as well. But yeah, Mayor Wu, you got to hand it to her. Whether you like her, you don't like her, we have a great working relationship. That's how contracts get done. That's how TCAPs get put into place. That's how
full retro.
Full retro for the first time in the history of this union. Well, at least for the last 30 years that you and I have been on the job. Yep. Full retro payment for an extended period of time. A TCAP payment that the firefighters have enjoyed for the past 25 years.
One of the highest detail rates in the state.
Highest detail rates in the state.
We could go on and on.
Yeah.
All right, let's move to a different topic. Speaking of which you mentioned already, we have 123 new police officers in the city. In fact, they graduated last week. Real quick, any advice to our newbies?
Yeah, be careful, be safe, rely on your fellow officers, keep your eyes open, ears open, mouth closed, and learn how to do this job safely. Protect each other and have a good time. And remember this, family first always. Family first always. You're going to get caught up in being ordered for overtime, trying to provide for your family by doing public safety details. Please do all of that. You heard myself and the leadership team visiting at the academy, at the range, seen us on the street. You know how we feel. Do the job, do it well, be happy and smile, and provide for your family, because that's what it's about.
Yeah, I love it, buddy. Protect that optimism and keep smiling and take care of each other. Couldn't have said any better myself. All right, flip side of the coin. We welcome 123 new officers. We had a retirement celebration last week as well, Larry. We call it the BPPA Retirement Appreciation and Recognition Banquet at the Omni Boston. Obviously, bittersweet because we saw a lot of good people go out the door, but the folks I spoke to said they had a hell of a time. Talk a little bit about the retirement party.
Yeah, it was a great time. It was a great time. It's a sad time. I'm seeing classmates of mine that are now attaining the age and buying back military time and getting out the door to spend more time at home with their families, which is, again, for me, everything always family first. Provide what you can, get out the door and enjoy life. But yeah, it was a great time at the Omni Seaport. Good turnout. Again, elected officials there, command staff officials there, thanking our members for all they've done over their time. I would really like to encourage anybody that's leaving, that's left in the last couple of months, that leaves next year, please partake in the retirement party. We stepped it up this year. I'm not going to give it away, but we gave a great gift to the retirees going out the door. We changed our protocol.
Don't want to give it away?
I'm sorry?
You don't want to give it away?
Fire away. Go ahead.
Well, when Stevie Roy, and I know Stevie worked at 13, he's a man of few words. I saw Stevie Roy at yesterday during the elections, effusive. Fired up, Stevie Roy, and the gift you gave to our retiring officers was unbelievable.
Yeah, we stepped it up. It's nice to get a badge from the department, and I think it was classy for the union over the years, myself included, to come up with a union badge to put it in a box and display at home. But if you have one, maybe you don't need two. So through our parent organization, the National Organization of Police Officers, NAPO. We've been able to meet up with representatives from Citizens Watch, and Citizens did right by law enforcement officers and our EMS division going out the door. We were able to provide a very elegant watch made by Citizens specifically for police officers and our EMTs and the EMS officials out there. So it was a nice way to say thank you to the members going out the door. It's a nice way to incentivize and encourage our members that retire and for whatever reason they don't want to attend. We're trying to get them to attend because, like one police officer, I'm not going to use his name. Stevie Roy's great, by the way, but one police officer grabbed me and said, "Wow, hey, Larry, this was a great event. I wish more people that retired that I knew came because I don't know when I'm going to see them again." And one horrible thing that comes to mind, you and I attend a lot of wakes, a lot of funerals. And unfortunately, that's when we see our friends, our fellow officers. You ended up at a funeral service. So, do yourself a favor, bring your family down. It's a great time. It's a great hotel, a fantastic meal, and reminisce.
Open bar.
And open bar all night.
Walk-up music, which I thought was a big hit. The final roll call tower, Ross McEwen came up with that idea. That was a great idea. And the watches, and again, at the end of the day, it was a celebration. It was a chance for us to say thank you to our officers as they go out the door. And I don't know about you. I thought I had a blast. It was a great
I was just going to say that's exactly what it is. It's a party for you. It's a party for us. It's a party for the membership, celebrating the years of service and 32 years or more of service or whatever time you do put in. It's not all rosy. We know that. We all hit bumps in the road, whether it be with the general public or somebody that we may be arresting or even within our own family and our own organization. But at the end of the day, it's a celebration for the time we spent together. So I can't encourage you enough to take part in it next year. If you're leaving, we congratulate you, but we hope you'll come and spend the night with everyone.
Best dressed, real quick. Shout out to my man Vaden, the gentleman, Scanlenberry.
Vaden Scanlenberry, yeah.
With definitely crimson suit or something.
Oh, hey, think about it too. Stevie Parham, Vinny Stevens. They've been gone now for a few years, but they loved the retirement party that they attended, so they came to this one. So believe me, folks, you won't be disappointed.
It's a party. It's a party. And great job by you, Larry. Great job by everybody down the hall.
Likewise, Jamie. You MC everything we do, so you did a great job.
You're the man. All right, switching gears. IACP, which is the International Association of the Chiefs of Police, had a convention. They were in town not too long ago, 5-day event. We at the BPPA were there for all 5. Outside the building, Larry, cooking burgers, dogs, meatballs, a lot of good stuff.
Stepping up our game. Meatballs, chicken palm.
Taking care of our officers. Why is it important for us to do stuff like that? Well,
it's important for a few reasons. Out of the norm. It's always important because it's our members. It's our membership's money. It's our membership that's out there working. We're stuck on a post. We can't get to a restaurant. You can't get to a deli. So what better way than the union providing some time, some of our own finances, get out there and cook for our members and show them that we appreciate it. I mean, I know, speaking for myself, I'm not being ordered every day like the officers are. So why can't I show leadership skills? I'm the president. I'm out there flipping burgers. I'm doing it for the members. Second reason why I thought it was really important this time around is the department reached out to us. It's one thing to do Marathon Day, to do the Caribbean Festival. It's tedious work. It takes a lot of planning. It takes a lot of money, and it takes the time from our team to be out there. But when you do it for 5 days, that's a huge deal. And the department reached out to me and asked if we would be willing to do it Of course, we said no problem at all. The House of Reps gave us a blessing. We went out there for 5 days. So I thank everybody that made it happen, all of our members that were out there working, and of course, our members in the House of Reps, our leadership team, and our grievance committee members who were down there spending their time flipping burgers and feeding people. And again, if you missed it, if you thought, hey, I'm not eating a burger or a dog, make sure you're paying attention for the next time, because we did change up our menu. We had chicken parm, we had meatball sandwiches, we had sausage, peppers, and onions. We did deli sandwiches this time, so it's
we're getting pretty good at this.
Yeah, we're getting pretty good at this stuff. Yeah.
All right, last thing. Switching gears to the contract. Everybody still, wants to talk about the contract. Obviously, incredibly well received. And if there's an officer unhappy with the contract, I say good luck trying to find them, Larry. Although I will say I found a couple of guys who admit they were wrong to vote against it. Again, as you said, full retro, TCAP, detail rate. It's a lot to love. But folks are already talking about the contract. And I know we're not out of the present contract, but what do you want folks to know as we prepare for the next one?
Well, I want them to know that I'm always thinking contract, and I'm always thinking about, hey, what are we doing the next time around? I'm thinking 2-3 years down the road.
Making more money.
Almost everybody that's out on the job now has heard me at roll calls or at the academy. I'm always trying to think 2 or 3 years down the road. What can we do next? What can we do better? What kind of benefit can I get for the members? So let me put everybody's fears to rest, as we have heard from our reps down the hall. Hey, Larry, you knocked it out of the park with this contract. We can't possibly get more than we just did. Well, maybe we're not going to get more than we just did. But yes, we're already preparing. We're already thinking of benefits. We're already thinking of a financial package. The cost of living has tremendously increased. Inflation is real out there. And although we did extremely well in our financial package and we picked up some benefits last time that our brothers and sisters across the hall at the fire department have been enjoying for years, we did great. But we're preparing for next June 30th. We will be expired next June 30th. We're watching the fire department's negotiation right now while they're out. We'll be planning our strategy and our benefits, our strategy and the benefits we hope to acquire moving forward. We'll keep the reps posted. We'll keep the members posted. Hopefully everybody that's listening here knows that we share everything. We're not going to give away the company's secrets and identify where we're going to the mayor prior to getting to the table. But clearly Mayor Wu's going to want things. We're going to counter because we're going to want things, and that's the way negotiations work. It's a quid pro quo system, and you negotiate back and forth at the table. That being said, everyone should also know that we will once again have the same strategy employed through the House of Reps. We will come up with a survey. You should be talking to your reps now. We have asked the reps over the last few months' meetings to talk to the membership, find out what you want, what's your biggest concern. If you're not getting that, you feel free to email this show, send me a text on my phone, whatever you want to do to have your message be heard. Stop by your union hall and let us know. But after the first of the year, probably more likely March or April, Jamie, we will send out survey notification and we'll ask the membership to put their vote forward.
Prioritize what's important to you.
Absolutely. And at the end of the day, we'll tally those numbers. We'll share them with the House of Reps and the members themselves. So again, they know exactly what's going on. And then come June 30th, we'll be hitting the road running and looking for the mayor to continue the relationship and the professionalism that she's shown thus far. And bring more benefits and more financial pay back to the members because they deserve it.
I love it. And again, I love the guy who came up to me and said, I'm sorry, man, I never should have voted against it. I don't know what I was thinking. But again, kudos to you.
Well, funny enough, there was only a few of them, but go ahead.
There weren't many of them. Larry, kudos to you. And real quick, that's why we started the show in the first place, was to keep people abreast of what's going on with the contract negotiations. I think this is our 12th one.
Well, you know what? Somebody said to me recently, "Hey, I listened to the podcast. You and Jamie really pat each other on the ass on the back the whole time."
Well, somebody has to.
Yeah. Well. Let me just say this: that we're having a ball doing this. I was a little reluctant to do it. You're right. We want to keep the members informed. So this has been great. I got a lot of good feedback. But when we're patting each other on the back about the contract, we're really patting you, the members, on the back of the contract. We hope to deliver this package. I'm super proud that I was the president to be able to bring this TCAP to a reality, this educational incentive to a reality. But let me try to put any fears or any rumors to rest that you might hear. We are fully prepared to move forward, and I fully expect to bring a great contract back to everybody next time around. It very well may be my last, so rest assured, I'm looking for the best package that I can possibly
Close
get.
the bag. All right, buddy, that's the final word. We got a guest today, so coming up after the break, Ernie Boch is with us, big supporter of the BPPA. That conversation coming up after the break. All right, everybody, welcome back to the official podcast of the Boston Police Patrolmen's Association. Jamie Kenneally with Larry Calderone. Now, as most know, Thanksgiving fast approaching, and when it comes to giving, got to say, Larry, few do it better than today's guest. In fact, for the last 4 years, he has provided Thanksgiving meals, and we're talking like real deal, really good meals, to every police officer working the holiday. He's been doing it for the last 4 years, and again, he's doing it this year, which will be 5. To say the least, we're super grateful, and we're super grateful to have Ernie Boch on today as our guest. So, Ernie, welcome to the BPPA podcast with Larry Calderone and Jamie Kenneally.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you having me on. And yeah, I'm honored that you let me do that. It's super cool for me because you get to see the guys on the street, and every year I'm blown away with the equipment. I don't know, I don't get in trouble much, so I don't have much contact with like full uniform police people and stuff. And it's super cool what you guys are doing. And I appreciate it. I am absolutely pro police. Absolutely.
Well, the pro-police thing, we certainly appreciate, Ernie. And yeah, you said it. I mean, you've been doing it for 4 years, and the guys and girls are so appreciative. Let me just ask you, why do it? Why is it important for you to do this every year?
Well, okay, why do it? That's a good question. First of all, I didn't even know you could do it. If I had known you could do it, this would be the 20th year.
Love it.
So I just think it's a great opportunity to meet the guys and the women on the street and get familiar with how everything works. And again, I'm pro cop. I'm pro police. I think that we need it. We're a bunch of crazies. You gotta simmer us down every once in a while.
And I got to say, like we said, you've been doing it 4 years. So you started doing this with us and teamed up with us when we were smack dab in the middle of defunding the police and a ton of anti-police sentiment.
And
so, buddy, kudos to you. You've been with us through literally thick and thin.
Yeah, I've never defunded. I don't believe in defunding the police at all whatsoever. I thought that was a terrible idea. And you know something? The rest of the country did too, because we see the results of the latest election.
No doubt about it. And I also want to touch on quick, you come down, you don't just have somebody drop off the meals and go. Every year you're down there, you're helping us out, and there's a ton of engagement between you and the officers.
And I love that.
Yeah, and just maybe touch on that a little bit. How good does it feel? Because you're hearing right from the officers themselves, who I know I've been part of the conversations, and they're like, hey, Ernie, wow, this means more than you know.
Yeah, no, it's good. I bring my dog. And I've actually brought my girlfriend a couple of times, Loa. It's it's always good for support. But again, meeting the guys, and the women, it's really good. And something, the cops are just like everybody else. Some guys are very talkative and smile, and some guys are like right to business. So it's good to see the how everybody acts, and and to me, it's a fun interaction.
It's a great way to start the day.
Yeah, Ernie, we couldn't be any more thankful. You say it's a fun day. We have a blast. I mean, we're shooting the breeze the night before. We're linking up with Johnny's or whomever it is that's providing the food.
Yeah.
You started doing this in 2020 when we first came in to power, and the leadership team. Right when COVID was hitting, we walked into a shitstorm. No other way to say it.
That's right.
We were out of a contract for years. We were dealing with COVID. No one knew what was going on. People were sick. We lost one of our members to it. And right at the most opportune time, not to be funny, you were our savior. Our men and women were being worked to the bone.
Listen, I'm honored. I'm honored to do it. It's really fun to see all the different people. And like I said before, the equipment that you guys have. I mean, a fully uniformed, equipment upped cop, male or female. I mean, that's unbelievable. I don't know if people realize it's just incredible what they carry, what they do, how literally dangerous it is. It's nuts.
Well, I'll tell you, we're grateful to hear you say stuff like that because we're constantly being battered. Not too much here in Boston, I think, because we do such a great job. The crime rate is so low. Our officers are out there walking, talking to people. But nationally, Jamie hits it, the defund the police, the militaristic look. But here you are telling everybody, hey, you love to see the police officers dressed up. You see all the gear. You see the uniform. Yeah.
I live south of Boston. And the police chief in Norwood, Massachusetts, he just retired. He was unbelievable. I got to give him props.
Oh yeah, Tommy Brooks, great guy.
Yeah.
Chief Brooks, great guy.
Chief Brooks, we call him. And he was kind enough to introduce me to the guy that took his place. And I'm honored. I would work with the police at any time. I'm a full believer that you gotta watch us crazies, you know.
And I think I called him Tommy Brooks. We have a Tommy Brooks. I think he was William, right? He was Chief William Brooks. I think. No. Yep. Spent some time up on Beacon Hill with him when I was doing the legislative work.
Good man.
What a complete gentleman he was. Yeah. Or still is, even though he's retired.
Yeah.
Well, I would just say, and maybe one final question, to other business leaders or folks in the business community, because Larry said it too. You really did come to bat for cops across the city at a time where we needed somebody with a high public profile like yourself to step up and say, hey, you don't defund the police. That's stupid. And I love cops. And the impact was huge. And Larry said, and I want to echo it, but to other business leaders looking to get involved and looking to do something similar, Ernie, what would you say to them why it's important?
I would say absolutely do it. It's fun. A little early in the morning, but it's fun. And, the whole thing is done by noon, 1 o'clock. And imagine getting to see all the guys and the women that are on the street.
Huge.
I mean, it's you don't get that opportunity often, and I'm honored that you would let me do it.
All right, that's great. Hey, while we're talking, you've done more than the Thanksgiving stuff, Ernie. We did the ice cream cones at the school.
Yeah, the ice cream cones were fun.
Yeah, and I think every opportunity that we get from our leadership team here at the union, we want to make sure that we're telling the members that you're involved and how much you like it. And, early on, I think we took some hits, as I shared with you. Oh, it's a publicity stunt. It's not. And now the members see you every year. They see you out there in the ice cream truck yourself. And I got to tell you, there's a newfound respect for you and your organization and what you do. And we couldn't be any more thankful. We couldn't be any more thankful.
I appreciate it. I mean, I got to know you, Larry, through our mutual friend who's my PR girl. Mm-hmm. And, the PR people, they're great. I love Peggy. Don't get me wrong. She's been with me for like 20 years. But, and she's like, okay, we're going to do this and we'll get the cameras. I'm like, oh, shit. And now there's no cameras, no cameras. I don't want any cameras, no cameras. We're going to do this. We're going to have fun. It's going to be great.
Yeah, and we don't have to worry about anybody second-guessing us in case, one of us is there. I'm not going to say Jamie. One of us is there with that great golf vest on like likes to wear. So, couldn't work any better.
Golf vests are in, Ernie, just in case you were wondering. Golf vests are in. I don't think they were ever out. But, hey, listen.
Let me ask him this before he goes. Ernie, if I could, I know this is not about you and you hate when I do this to you, but what better way to do it than we're on a microphone with lots of listeners to hear afterwards. What is it that we can do for you? What can we tell our members when it comes to Ernie Boch, your companies? Is there anything that you want to say, anything that we can help with?
Well, yeah, I don't want anything. I just want to be treated like a citizen. I mean, I love that I get to peek into the world of what the cops are doing, but I don't want anything. I don't absolutely want to, I teach my son, and I have since he was a kid, since he was small, and I believe in this. Ask for everything, you get nothing. Ask for nothing, you get everything.
Awesome.
Wow. Yeah, that's great. Well, listen, I want to put it out there to make sure that our members know that we try to do for you, and you never accept it, and I have to force you. And I think last year with your girlfriend, we had to force you to take a Boston Police Patrolman's T-shirt, sweatshirt. But,
Oh yeah, actually, that one sweatshirt that fit me, I still wear that. That's a great sweatshirt.
Maybe another one. Maybe a vest. We'll have to see what we're going to do this year.
Yeah, maybe a vest. We'll get you a vest.
And God forbid, listen, if you get pulled over the city of Boston, and I know folks, our officers know it, they better take care of Ernie Boch. But again, Ernie, we can't thank you enough. The impact is huge. Thanksgiving, November 28th. Ernie, you're going to be there?
Absolutely.
All right, buddy. We're looking forward to it, and we thank you for your time today.
Talk soon, Ernie.
Right.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Ernie.
you.
Thank you for taking the time out for being here and spending this time with us. We appreciate it.
All right, everybody. That was Ernie Boch, and that is the show. Thanks for listening, everybody. Till next time, he's President Larry Calderone. I'm Jamie Kenneally. Stay safe, everybody.